Now, as the country continues to grapple with these rolling blackouts, Prasheen Maharaj, who is the Durban Chamber of Commerce president, is calling for all hands on deck to tackle the crippling outages. He joins us now to share some solutions to end load shedding. Mr. Maharaj, thank you for making time. Let's start by looking back. There's no question of how badly impacted the economy has been by load shedding. How bad has it been there in eThekwini for businesses?
I mean, firstly, Clement, you must understand that 66% of all goods and services coming in and out of our ports, in and out of our country, comes via Durban. So when there's load shedding, traffic lights go down, and there's massive backlogs in traffic congestion, etc. Secondly, we have a massive tourism sector, and when there's load shedding, the wastewater treatment plants stop working. As a result, it results in E. coli being prevalent in our oceans, and that decimates our tourism industry. In fact, we had one of the worst tourist months in December that just passed because of load shedding. And obviously our SMME sector, and Durban has many SMMEs, can't afford to invest in backup power storage systems, generators, etc. So they actually close shop when there's load shedding, and this results in thousands of rands being lost in each and every incident of load shedding.
Yeah, I mean, the impact, as you say, of the power cuts is even worse on those small businesses which do not have the adequate options and measures in place to withstand the impact of the power cuts. What conversations are you having as a chamber of business with those small businesses to sort of help them stay on course?
You know, obviously, we are the voice of business in Durban, whether it's large businesses or small businesses, and we carry their concerns to the decision makers and really try to articulate the challenges they are having. We're also trying to arrange for bigger corporates to assist the small businesses where possible. But the task at hand is so monumental that it's hard for one organization like us. It requires a cooperative and collaborative relationship between all stakeholders in the economic value chain. And that is why we came up with a 6-point plan to try to arrest load shedding within the eThekwini municipality.
Now, public and private partnerships are going to be important in tackling the challenges posed by load shedding. So what's the plan?
So our 6-point plan is an action-orientated plan underpinned by a collective patriotic conscience. So the first thing we need to do at national level, we have an energy crisis task force. At a municipal level, we need to have an energy crisis task force to lead us during the state of disaster. And this must be made up of both public sector and private sector participants, because this is not a government problem anymore. It's a South African problem, and we all need to come together. And once we got the task force, we can assess and audit the existing distribution infrastructure. Clement, what you must realize, eThekwini municipality is not a generator of electricity. It's a distributor of electricity. So no matter how much power we have in the grid, if we can't effectively distribute it, we will still have a load shedding problem. So once we have this audit and assessment, we have a very informed and educated view of what is going on. Thirdly, we need a rescue plan. You know, the USA actually passed a rescue act to get themselves out of the COVID situation. So we need a rescue plan based on the audit and assessments we do. And very simply, it must state what's going to be done, by whom it's going to be done, by when it's going to be done, and most importantly, where's the money coming from? From government, private sector, or from both of them through PPPs.
Yeah. Do you have the support of government with this plan?
Well, as you know, eThekwini had an energy summit this week. And it is during this energy summit that I did an address to the audience. And that address was informed by the requirements of our members, which is the business community. We are hoping that this week we get an audience with the mayor and the city manager and articulate our plan. And I have no doubt that they will buy into it, because I don't think there's any other way forward to resolve this energy crisis.
Yeah. What about the cost of energy? Because that's got to be looked at. If you want to promote economic growth and stimulate investments, you need it to be a fair and equitable tariff for all electricity users. Many of those users will tell you that's not the case now.
Clement, that is 100% correct. I think South Africa, many decades ago, realized that certain key sectors like mining and manufacturing are the engine of this economy. So you'll find that mining companies and manufacturing companies and other large energy-intensive users actually get electricity very, very cheaply. And the consumers pay the highest amount for electricity. I think there needs to be a fair and equitable tariff for all users. As much as we need businesses to run their businesses cost effectively, but we can't expect the SMMEs and consumers to carry or subsidize large users. So we really need to have a look at tariffs. But more importantly, Clement, we can't go for the cheapest possible option, because the cheapest possible option is not the most stable option. We need an energy mix and to get to a fair rate for users.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this chat. Prasheen Maharaj is the president of the Durban Chamber of Commerce.